Content warning. This is a horror game with potentially disturbing content after the intros, and sometimes within the intros. It is likely to contain surrealness, death, time lapses, incest, extreme violence, ghosts, time lapses, gaslighting, time lapses, incest, predatory behavior, and marionettes. Viewer discretion is advised. Deception is a right. Truth is a privilege. Innocence is a luxury. Knowledge is death. In the first half of Season 3, the members of M-Cell quickly learned that everything they thought to be reality was, in very fact, not real. Their existences came into being through the King in Yellow, and the world that they lived in wrote a play, and the play created the world. Eventually, they arrived at the Hotel BROADALBIN, a waypoint for people making their way to the far end of the night world and into Carcosa, where the royal court of Ytil forever prepares for the masquerade ball. Last time, on our last episode, the agents began to acclimatize to their new lives in the BROADALBIN. They were welcomed there by Agent Margin and Agent Mythic, whose real name is Dexter McDonald, and he began to tell them about his bizarrely euphoric experiences since coming to the hotel, and gave each of them advice about which hotel residents to trust and which people to avoid. Important advice. Weeks later, the group has not made much progress. Maltese, determined to find reliable information, has been pressing the hotel employees for answers, and has learned only that the employees all have residence in the hotel's basement, but he can't get a straight answer about how big the basement is. Mayday has been attempting to contact her loved ones on the outside, but every time she's interrupted by an encounter with somebody strange, like a man claiming to be the night manager, or a woman in black offering tarot card readings, or an old friend who should by every right be dead. Million is the most frustrated of all because she sees him every day. Other guests come and go sporadically, but she always sees him, that son of a bitch, and she can't reach him. And Mystical Nicholas is still not woken up. And how long has it been? Weeks? Months? Eons? The only thing that the team is sure of is that nobody here, not the guests, not the staff, not even the people who seem like they want to be here, are satisfied. Most of those who check into the Hotel BROADALBIN never find what they're looking for. And so, M-Cell, you think back to the day that you checked in with your lungs screaming from the sprint across Madison Square Park. You were sweaty and breathless, and that's when you saw Elmer Lozette standing behind the reception counter with that stupid grin. And this was before you knew all the awful things that you know about him now. When you all stood there in the Hotel BROADALBIN for the first time. In that moment, what did you do?
I think you're pretty fucking smart, huh? I think you're pretty fucking clever.
I mean, as we were standing there, probably the first thing Million would have done was when she saw him across the way.
Mm-hmm.
He would have peeled off from the group and gone after him.
Okay, you all see Million with a look of recognition on her face. She sees someone across the lobby. And she just takes off in that direction. Let's stick with the other three. What do you guys do when you see her do this?
Million, we gotta stick together. We gotta stay together, all right? Don't go running off. Where are you going?
She doesn't answer, but you do see that she's drawn her combat knife as she's going.
Jeez. Can't even fucking
She has a
do it.
knife out. She's running across this lobby. All of you see this lobby for the first time. It is this tall 2-floor sort of Art Deco lobby. I'm going to show you just a little bit on. Oh, did I put it up here? No. I've got. So I know what I'll do. Here, check this out. It is classic, but it used to be much nicer. And if you see behind me on video, like this is actually from American Horror Story, but this is the vibe that it gives you.
So absolutely here for that.
And it is at the same time fancy, but also decrepit. Like if you look closely, the wallpaper and the gold flake is peeling. There's an elevator at the long side of the lobby, and the door is closing. You can see it's one of those steel grate doors. And Mayday or Maltese, you see Million running for this elevator as somebody gets in. Roll me an alertness check, both of you.
Sure.
I have a 50% at that now, so
Ooh,
You know.
50% alert, girl.
Ugh.
just under 47.
Hot dog. Well, obviously, I mean, Maltese is a little bit, you know.
There's so many other things to take in, you know?
Right. I've added him to the token layer on Roll20. You can see him for yourself. He's right in the middle here. There's a man getting into the elevator who looks like this. He's got these sort of small spectacles on the bridge of his nose, this thin mustache. And, I don't know, has she seen a picture of Asa Darabandi before?
I don't recall.
I would say that it strikes your memory that once you were doing some research about something that happened in Chicago at a theater there, and you recall that the theater was constructed by an architect, and his picture looked a lot like this. But he's currently, seemingly young as ever, getting in this iron cage of an elevator, and a small little man next to him in an ill-fitting red-clad bellhop uniform pulls a lever, and up they go just as Million gets to the base of the elevator shaft and looks up after them.
I catch up to her and kind of like probably am expecting to have to speed a little bit faster, so I end up like having to kind of rebound off the wall a little bit, so I put my hands out to just kind of stop myself.
Mm-hmm.
What was that all about?
Fuck! She looks around for like where the staircase is.
So there's a staircase here. There's actually two burgundy carpeted stairs that go up one floor, but then the elevator disappears into the ceiling.
Is there any indicator of floor, like, you know how modern day elevators kind of show you what floor the elevator's on? Is that something that existed back then, or
There's no
not
light
even like a
here.
not even a
Well,
dial or anything?
not a light, but it might say depends. Sometimes
little
they have-
thingamajigger,
they have the
yeah.
little
Yeah, like the little
arm.
dial that kind of just.
Indicate where the weight is.
Oh gosh, if there is,
Oh gosh, it'd be like a clock.
Just
Numbers
if
continue.
there is, I love that. Thank you, Turk. Thank you.
And they're
for
not
being
numbers.
back
Just
up.
like,
Yeah.
don't
They're
have
just
ideas.
symbols.
It is a circle, and it
Yeah.
goes.
Or every time you blink it, like the numbers all change, and you're like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Now you're getting it. You guys
I'm
can
gonna
run this
say,
now.
like-
I'm gonna leave.
You're like, oh, it's 4-6, but actually it's a bug that flies off.
Before you start chasing after somebody, first of all, see what floor they're going
Gone
to.
through this thing.
What's it about this guy anyway?
That was Asa Darabandi.
Name rings a
AKA
bell, but
AKA the man I'm going to kill, or at least figure out how to kill, depending.
what do you do? To you, anyway. Personal beef, it seems.
He's the one that killed me.
Oh,
So maybe you can understand why I would like to return the favor.
here's the thing. This place already seems a little fucky as it is. Kind of saw some dead folks outside. Don't know what killing him here is going to do for you.
Well, that's
Not
why I
gonna
said I
burst
was
your
going
bubble.
to. That's why I said I was going to see if I could try, or at least make him fucking suffer. Maybe something
Hi.
for every
Hi.
single year of life that I didn't get to fucking live.
There's a man trying to get your attention.
What?
Oh, lively. Hi, how you doing? I'm Dexter McDonald. Welcome to the hotel. I see you're already off trying to kill somebody, so you're really getting in the spirit of living here. That's great. Yeah, so you want to kill Darabandi. Wow, okay. Ooh, getting off to a hot start. Well, so I've been here for time, and I can tell you that one. I'm sorry, was there a question there?
Haven't we all
Well, I suppose in a
been
sense,
here for
yeah.
time?
Yes, in a sense, I suppose we've sort of all been here for time as a flat circle, and you know. But anyway, first of all, you are far and away not the only person that wants to kill Darabani that lives here, and you wouldn't be the first one to have actually done it either. I mean, I've killed the guy. to be frank with you, I've actually. It's fun if you go all the way up to the top of that elevator. You know, there's not really a top because you know it sort of is an infinite kind of four-dimensional plane. But if you get up high, right, and then you let the elevator run, it opens up a beautiful shaft kind of there below. And you would to hear that sound of as he kind of tumbles and his head batters up against the metal on the way down. It makes like a tung, 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 and you hear the splatter. Oh, it's great. And then what's really fun is then you call the elevator back down, and it comes down and kind of squishes. Yeah. Mm.
All right,
What were
so
we
what?
talking about?
I don't know. What the hell is your fucking point?
And
Oh,
what
if you
were
want
the
to kill Darabandi, have fun. He's gonna come back though. Is all I'm saying.
Fine, maybe it's more fun that way. You get to have
Oh, it's
multiple
fun.
times.
It's very fun. I could kill this guy right over here. He pulls out a gun and shoots somebody across the hall.
Great. Mythic pulls out a gun just as a man is walking up to all of you, and it doesn't seem to fade. Sorry, not Mythic. What's that? Dexter pulls out a gun and shoots this guy, and it doesn't seem to faze him that this gentleman is dressed like a French lord from the 1400s. But he's dead
And I
now.
shoot him in the chest. Yeah. See?
realizing
Oh,
that I commented about the dead people outside, but didn't comment about the fact that I was basically dead and I'm still here.
You got better.
See, the fact that you guys have no reaction to what I just did there tells me that you are right where you are supposed to be.
That's great. You know what? Okay. You know what? Maybe you can be helpful right now, actually.
Oh, I would love to. I mean, I do the same thing all the time. I'm quite bored. So please, yes. What would you like?
Well, fine. Turning over to back to Mayday. Since I'm going to put my revenge on hold for a minute, at least until he's back in fucking eyesight again. To Dexter, correct?
Yes, Dexter. Yes. You.
Agent
Dex-
Million.
Agent
Dexter.
Dexter McDonald. Dexter McDonald.
Oh, I know. I was going to introduce you, but I didn't want to be rude. Dexter McDonald, author of The City Never Sleeps.
Have we met? Did we?
Met is a loose term. In the same general vicinity. Yeah. Your book talk was great. Kind of straightens her.
Thank you. I haven't met a fan since yesterday, so that's wonderful.
You an agent?
I was an agent. I was about to say they're still using the M names. I thought they would have moved on to a different letter by now.
No, they
you're
haven't
all
got
just-
to that part of the alphabet yet.
I actually started an A cell and got given an M name, so still keeping
Should have
strong.
stayed in A cell. What was your A name?
Abandon, but not because I'd abandoned my agents. More of a
Fine.
reckless abandon. Had something to
I
prove.
like that.
A
That
young voice says, "Oh, I like that too." And approaching is a pale young woman with a tangle of black hair. She's wearing a nightgown that's in white. It seems comfortable, doesn't seem to have a problem with it. Dexter, you know this woman's name to be Emmeline.
Emmeline.
Not your beloved Emmeline.
No, mine's Amelia.
Amelia, that's right. This is a different one. This is that was Michael's. Was it Michael's Emmeline? Somebody had an Emmeline. But no, this is a young woman who appears to be in her late teens. I will put again her picture onto the token layer for you and give it a quick blow up, so you can.
Thank you for saying her age, because that changes what I was about to do. Appreciate
Yes,
that.
thank you for behaving.
Really
yourself.
appreciate that warning.
This is her. Right here. She says, "Yes, abandoned. That's good. I like it." Hi, Dr. McDonald.
Hello, Emmeline.
How are you?
We have new guests here in the hotel. I don't know. Well, they may be new. They may have been here for centuries. I don't know. But I don't recall seeing them before today. So we have Abandon,
Hey there.
formerly the artist formerly known as Abandon, now Mayday. Okay, very good, very good. And we have a Million here.
Million.
They're Delta Green, Emmeline.
Delta Green, like you.
Well, yes. I mean, I suppose I was. I mean, I always looked at my association with Delta Green as more of like a residency. You know, sort of an artist in residence kind of thing. Not really, not really part of it, but just sort of along for the ride. But yes.
That-
yes.
Anyways, I had a question. We got sidetracked.
Oh, do tell.
I need to find the labyrinth. Where is that?
When you say that, I would say that several heads in the vicinity turn to look at you, including Emmeline, who
Fucking
she
music
sort of lights
stops.
up. Oh yeah, hold on. And everyone sort of turns and looks, and then the music starts again. And she says, "Oh yes, you're not the only one looking for the labyrinth."
Oh yes, we all would like to find the labyrinth
And our bottles.
and our bottles. In
I
fact,
only
it's,
know of,
Bottles.
there's only one person since I've been here that found their bottle. Abigail and her friend.
Oh, you are saying so many buzzwords right now. Elaborate
She
on the
says,
bottles.
"I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself." And she holds out her hand and she says, "I'm Emmeline Fitzroy."
Mayday kind of pauses for a second, kind of trying to filter through what name to introduce herself as. Kind of like hand midway up before she's like, Thelma.
She like shakes it. She's charmed. Like she's very polite. You know what I mean? And like the longer you look at her, you pegged her as late teens. You think maybe she's 13, 14, but she's very well composed. And Dexter, you know that she's very smart. And of course, she wrote that fabulous book.
that's what I was just about to say. Yes, this is a fellow author, Emmeline. If you love my work, which I know you do, you'd probably enjoy Emmeline's as well.
This
I
is
only
a world.
finished the one.
But you,
It's called
Emmeline,
Worlds Without Doors.
you only needed the one, my dear. You peaked.
You flatter me. They need to check in. I mean,
They do, don't they?
everybody's welcome to come and search, but they'll need a room. Let's jump
Long
back
as
to
you-
Maltese. I just want to jump in and see what Maltese is doing through all this.
So Maltese has fucking mystical Nicholas still on his shoulders.
You're in a body.
Fireman carry.
A pair of bellhops come up with like a luggage cart, you know, like a big one, like from a fancy hotel. And they say, "Can I take that for you?" And they like look at you with these like empty eyes. You know what I
The
mean?
fuck
Like,
you,
no
fucking
expressions.
you fucking vultures.
Take him to your room if you want.
I have a room. Yeah, it's hilarious. I haven't even fucking checked.
You do
in.
have a room.
Oh yeah, do I
They
have to come
sort of
play?
like,
Do I have to come play with you too? Forever
And
and
they
ever and
point-
ever. Fuck out of here, twins.
and they point over to the reception desk, and the man behind the reception desk, who is looks like this. I'll just give him a bigger picture for you.
Mmm.
Is standing behind there, and he gives like this weird smile.
Oh, I see
And
it.
he,
It's
like,
right there in the photo.
Waves at you, and he says, "Mr. Lozette says we've been expecting you for some time."
Fuck off, Hotel California. Look, leave the cart. I'll bring him up my damn self, okay?
Suit yourself. They
Yeah, I
cart
will.
off all this luggage, and as you like look at this luggage, it is like some of it is like brown leather, and some of it is like sky blue vinyl, and some of it is plastic, and so like it's just like the weirdest assortment of luggage, nonsensical in composition. And as you're watching them walk away, you look over at that reception desk, and that man is still looking at you, just like with this piercing gaze. And at that point, you from across the lobby, I think, is when you hear and watch as a man standing next to the other shoot somebody dead.
Right.
like, and nobody seems to notice.
Fuck. Christ. Okay. I turn and then I'm looking back at him. You think you're fucking special? I stole into the cubby hole once. And I'm gonna move over and see that the shot is coming from my group. So I gotta go play
Yes.
babysitter for a little bit. So is there like an open seat or something?
You see there's a few. They're in the lobby here. There are all these sort of like battered armchairs and couches that have like seats worn down. And there are people everywhere reading books and smoking and eating snacks.
Everybody's
These
fucking smoking.
it's like this haze of smoke throughout the whole place. And you see one that's like kind of close enough to hear what's going on, to listen in, and it is like a love seat, and somebody's on one half of it, but the other half is open.
Yeah, perfect. I'll deposit Nicholas down into it, kind of having him like lean on the side. Yeah, like put his arm up so he's like
Right.
leaning. I'll take a pair
You
of
put it
shoes.
there, and as you place him down, the other person on the couch says, "Hey, buddy, what do you think you're doing? What is this guy, stiff?
I'm putting my friend here. You got a problem with that?
I ain't got a. Hey, it's you! I ain't seen you in years. I remember running into you in the smoking lounge. Remember? I thought you were out at the G-Man with the booby hatch. Mark Rourke," and he holds out his hand to shake yours.
Rourke, yeah. I did do something for you back at Dorchester.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you in the Dorchester too? Fuck that place, man. You gotta get out as soon as you can. They don't know what they're doing over there.
Oh yeah,
But-
no, it's all gone and done with, bud.
Are you the same guy I met in the smoking lounge? You look the same. You sound the same.
Yeah, no.
Where's your suit?
My suit?
Yeah, you used to have a nice suit.
I better hope I'm not wearing a suit. I only wear suits to funerals. Fucking guy.
Hell yeah. Only the funerals. Fuck that, huh? Hey, check out that chick over there, right? She's got a real nice caboose. He's pointing at Mayday.
I no longer feel safe leaving an unconscious person next to this man.
Oh,
Is my ass that bad?
No.
I'd like to.
Oh, that
Yeah,
guy.
terrible
I'd like to take-
taste. No.
I'd like to take her down the shaft, if you know what I mean. And then he makes a gesture, which I won't repeat here.
The fuck is it? The shaft? No, don't answer that. I hate you. Sorry.
What?
I don't
Oh.
remember meeting you. I helped some other guy who is sad. All right.
All right, well, fuck you then. And his
Yeah.
face gets all bright red. And at that point, just as you think he's going to stand up and engage with you in some sort of violence or something like that.
I'm like his whole body is tensing and getting ready
Right,
for it.
right,
He wants it to happen.
Just at that point, all the music stops, and everyone turns to look at the group with your friends in it.
Fuck, I'm sorry. I have to manage people who are a lot more important than you. Okay? Anything happens to him, I remember you now.
Yeah, Mark Rourke.
Congrats.
Same to
I'm
you,
sh-
buddy.
I
He puts an arm around Mystical Nicholas.
not crazy about
Weekend at
that.
Bernie's.
Not crazy about that, but if you that's what it takes to keep an eye on him.
Hey, look at this fruit. He points at Nicholas.
I don't know what that means from wherever you're from, but I'm gonna tell you to cut it out right now.
All right, jeez. Goes
Really
back to
picture
lighting
him
up a cigar.
Working Nicholas's jaw like a puppet, look at me!
Hey, how the
Look at all my stupid rings!
You're my best friend.
Hey, look at this. Something's wrong with my hair. It's sticking up all over the place.
I gotta go over and handle people. I can't. All right.
Well, never go to a party with you, fucking. He's gonna leave your homie.
He's head on a swivel. Okay, he's managing. Someone just got shot. Okay.
So you approach them, leaving Mystical Nicholas in the care of Mark Rourke, a ghost from the 1930s. You step over a dead body.
I obviously when I was part of the lacrosse team, my coach would always say you gotta keep the guy under covering and the ball. You don't have to be looking at it as long as it's in the corner of your eyes. So it's I'm not actively looking, but I'm standing in such a way that corner of my eye here, you can still see what's going on beyond your field of immediate focus point. It's like that.
Mhm. You approach. They're talking with a gentleman who is kind of all in black, with a suit coat, and he's got sort of crazy hair, and he gestures with his hands a lot. And then next to them is this girl who is somewhere between 12 and 19, and you can't figure it out. But they seem to be having a pleasant conversation now.
All right, what the fuck is going on here? We can't be shooting people already out the gate.
Hello. She extends her hand.
That was me. Sorry.
Okay, fine.
Emmeline Fitzroy?
Looking at the others because I don't know what this means. I'm are you? I go and fist bump it.
You shake it. Oh.
All right, yeah.
She
fine.
withdraws her hand, and she's like, "It's all right. I've had worse greetings."
And
Oh, you got
Well-
did you get jellyfished?
God bless you, Lonnie.
Maltese. Sorry, yeah. Look,
Another one! This is so exciting! We've got all these M names. I have not had this many Delta Green agents come in at once in I don't know how long. I'm serious. I don't know how long. Maltese. Hello. Dexter McDonald, Agent Mythic.
For real?
Yes, for real. Oh, you've heard of me.
I mean, I heard of the case. Someone talked to me about the case one time, a while ago. Old friend.
You went insane.
Yeah, that.
I went insane? No, I don't think so. No, I just went here. Which I guess is not entirely not the same thing. So, does that mean our old job back in New York, from what I hear from the other Delta Green agents who've filtered in and out over time that it's become somewhat of a cautionary tale. Is that right?
Yeah, although I suspect that this operation is the current cautionary tale.
Well, when you think about it, it's really all just one operation, isn't it?
I mean, I'm not
hey,
actually a Delta Green. I'm not actually a Delta Green agent, so I fucking care.
Neither am I.
No, you're not. Would you like to be?
No, I'm happy.
No, I
just
wouldn't want to be
staying
either.
here, looking for the.
Say,
love
what, when you all came here, what year was it for you?
2015.
Huh. Well, that makes sense.
2015.
Yes, it's a funny number, isn't it?
It is funny to think about years going that high.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
When we were at the McAllister building back in 95, we found a plane ticket from 2015, actually. Now that I recall.
It's a plane.
Dear, dear Emmeline. So much you don't know and so much you never will.
Just kidding. I know what a plane is. I was alive in the 1930s.
Oh.
Mhm.
When was the 30s? I can't even remember.
Hilarious.
Yes. So, you all going to go to your rooms, make yourselves at home? Did you get your meal tickets yet? You got to make sure you get the meal tickets. You're going to need those to
Get
eat
your
at
meal
the
tickets. You get 2 free
cafeteria.
meals a day with the deluxe package. Do you have the deluxe package?
Yeah, we haven't even
Even-
talked.
Intercepted us as soon as we got through the front
I
door.
am so sorry, terribly rude. Why? Please allow me to accompany you all to the reception desk so we can get you all checked in, yeah?
I have
Yeah.
to go. I've got something to take care of. And she pulls a knife out of her pocket and walks away.
Clean up after Emmeline. Bye, hon.
All right.
Bye.
Sorry,
Bye.
we're actually gonna go and talk to Flaming Saddles over there.
The Flaming Saddles. That seems as if it's a reference to something I don't understand. And for that reason, I love it. Come with me. And he, like, offers his arm, but to Maltese.
Look, I gotta go collect my friend, which is gonna be a whole shoulder thing. I mean,
Oh, the unconscious one.
You look over at the couch.
I
Nicholas
swear,
is not there.
Cowboy Christ,
Ah.
Either is Mark
Yeah.
Rourke. Yeah.
Fucking Mark Rourke.
You left your friend with Rourke. Oh, my word. You really are new here.
Okay, where is he?
Oh, I don't know. Everywhere? Nowhere?
I'll go. Million will walk up to Mark Rourke.
Oh, he's not there.
Oh, he's gone. He's
Oh,
not
he's
there
not.
either.
Oh, sorry, I thought he was there.
All right. One thing at a time, I guess. You two, stranger, McDonald,
Dexter, please.
Dexter. Okay, yeah. Dex.
I mean, Mythic, if you want to be
third.
like agents and all, yeah.
Mythic if you're nasty.
Yeah. Mythic if you're feeling spicy.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go over and talk to bedroom eyes over there, and I guess figure out where our rooms are because that's the next phase of pushing through all this. Does that sound like a plan for everybody? No one running off and pursuing someone with combat knives. I say, looking at Million.
If I see him again, I'm gonna go do it again.
Oh fucking Christ! Why is he an
Hey,
ass?
the amount of people that have been holding knives or guns or any kind of thing around here has gotten me excited to just have it outside my briefcase.
You might as well.
You really
It
might
doesn't
as
feel
well.
worth hiding anymore.
No need at all. Everybody
The
kind of
cop-
open
the
carries
cops
here.
stopped. The cops stopped being an issue a long time ago. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
So
they
you're
stopped.
gonna all get...
They stopped being the cops once they became, gas mask killers that try to, wipe us out.
Fucking static. All right.
But you are gonna get checked in, right?
Yeah, we're
Right.
on the process.
Good.
Before you head in that direction, does Mayday take the gun out of her briefcase?
I think she'll wait until she gets her hotel room first, so that she can put the briefcase down and have a place to keep it and not like briefcase in one hand and gun in the other and just be like, this was usually a one-hand operation.
Is it
Right.
Maltese has Magnolia's gun?
Oh yeah, I have a whole
He has
carry
one
on.
gun.
I have a whole
Yeah.
to
You
carry
still
on.
have it on you.
Yeah.
Like you, Yeah.
He's basically like looking like he's about to check in. This entire conversation, I'm really glad I put all these points in strength because that's what I couldn't justify having like the entire case of guns, my little like baseball bat bag that doesn't have a baseball bat,
right. A
body on my shoulders, exactly. So put that 17 in
Dude,
strength.
your muscles are going to be so sore half past an hour from now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do we even actually need to eat while we're here? I will ask
No.
that. I think
You
I'm
don't
actually-
become Mr.
Hungry?
Whatever month for nothing.
That's true.
I'm just
You
gonna
don't get
tell
to
you
be
something.
Mr. March.
Mr. Mark.
What's March?
I'm
No,
just
it's
going to
Mr.
tell you
No.
all something
Lonnie, I love you. Thank you. Thank you
that
for
I want to
catching
tell you
on.
all something that Justin specifically told me, which is that no one here has to shit ever. Just now you know.
There he is.
Oh, look
March.
at
Look
him.
at him.
There he is.
Look at him setting that poodle on fire, or that Dalmatian on fire.
What?
No, I mean he's saving it from the fire.
No, he's burning it alive. So,
Yeah.
I will say, Maltese,
universe.
that the man behind the desk, referred to as Elmer, has been watching you this whole time. Every time you turn around, he is smiling at you with that smile.
He is somehow simultaneously making eye contact with everyone here. It doesn't make sense. It's non-Euclidean, and yet he's doing it.
He looks kind of like a gangly teenager. As you approach and close the distance, his face ages like an optical illusion. And you notice that his skin is leathery and taut, but whenever he smiles, which he's always doing, there are just so many wrinkles on his face, just canyons and like gullies, like just incredible. And as you get closer, you also notice that he's got this persistent sheen of sweat on his skin. But he never stops smiling at you. And as you approach, he says, "Hello."
I have a stupid question really fast.
No,
If I were to take a step backwards,
late.
does he look
No
a little bit
questions.
less? Oh, okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
It's a lower drop.
I'm
No, I'm just
done.
kidding. Go ahead.
If I take a step back, is it just I'm gaining more attention on his face, or is it literally like if I take a step back, then he looks a little bit younger again? Like, is time ceasing to exist?
you
Like, is
do
it a
that?
hologram, or is it like?
Do you play with it like a magic eye thing at the mall?
Kind of. I feel like it's just like instinctual of just like, wait a minute, wait. Kind of take a step
Yeah.
back, look at it from a
Yeah,
different
kinda.
angle.
Kinda. That's how it works. Yeah. You sort of back up and you realize that, like, from this distance, he looks younger. And really, even up close, he looks younger with, like, maybe an old man's face. It's bizarre.
She
But
kinda
it
does,
does
like, the
change
little, like,
from
rock
the
back and
angle.
forth, like-
It's like that episode of Seinfeld where Jerry had a girlfriend and couldn't decide if she was attractive or not, because sometimes he'd look at her and she was very attractive, and sometimes he'd look at her and she wasn't. That's kind of this. You can't like predict it or anything like that, and maybe it's more in your head than anywhere else. Maybe you're Jerry Seinfeld. What I'm saying is you're Jerry Seinfeld.
What's up with that?
What's going on with the Hotel Broadalbin?
I'm glad you guys did it because I can't do that impression.
I can't do it either.
Mine,
Take it off my
mine was
hands.
bad.
Better than I could do.
You approach the desk where this man is standing, and he again is both teenager and senior citizen, and his smile broadens and you see these oversized yellowed teeth in his mouth as he looks up at you, and he says, "Welcome to the hotel. We've been expecting you for some time. Checking in?"
We didn't make a reservation.
Sure. You do have a reservation. You have a deluxe reservation. I've got a series of rooms for you on the 6th floor. You're Miss Myers. It's Mistress Fornetti. Miss, well, this is strange here. Just says Mary Ann. It's funny.
Yeah.
All right. And do you have Mr. Foles with you?
He is one with the spirits, and he's hanging out with them right now.
That makes perfect sense. Thank you. He reaches below the counter, and he pulls out a set of like old looking keys, you know, like actual, not even like the plastic ones from like the 80s or 70s or whatever, but like they're just like actual just keys, right, with maybe a ring on them or something like that, and they have a little tag on them with some numbers, and he sort of like slides 4 of those across the counter towards you all. Says, "This one's for Mr. Foles if you ever find him again." And it goes back down below the counter.
Oh, never mind. I'm gonna do something.
What room
He doesn't
number?
respond. You look at them. There are a series of room numbers here. There's 618, 620, 622, 624.
My brain went to an obvious
Yeah, you would expect it
joke
to go
from
there.
the 6th floor. So
He
I'll just take
stands up
one.
again, and he slides a stack of 8 wooden nickel like tokens across. He says, "Deluxe rooms get 2 free meals a day. Use these at the automat in the dining room." And then he looks across the room at one of the bellhops, and he holds up a single finger as the bellhop sort of comes over with the luggage cart. "Yes, Miss Marianne."
When one of his hands is like on the countertop, Million drives the knife into it.
You take the knife and you stab it into his hand, and he goes, "Oh my, that hurts quite a bit. Oh my!" And he like reaches his hand around the knife and pulls it out. He says, "I think this is yours." He sets it down, and he like grabs a handkerchief and wraps it around his hand, and he says, "You'll have to excuse me. I have to use the restroom." And he turns around and goes through this set of like bat wing doors behind the desk. It's like he enters it, and you can see that within is this like narrow room, like type of hallway, and you can see other like employees moving around back there as well. And the bellhop comes up and he says, "Stab Mr. Lozette."
Yep.
"Can I take your bags?"
Sure. I'll pass him my suitcase.
Starts loading him onto the cart. And comes to Maltese.
I'm good for now, thanks.
"Well, Mr. Lozette is indisposed. Allow me to point out some highlights of the lobby floor." He points across the way, and there is this low-ceilinged room with sort of one long wall that's covered in all these glass window doors, and it's about this big, and you can see it from the lobby. It's across to the opposite end of it, and there's all these lights in between in a brightly lit room behind it. And he says, "That's our dining room." And inside you can see a fireplace and a bunch of chairs and tables, and it appears like everybody in that room is asleep. People are slouched over on one of the tables, passed out in one of the chairs, or on the floor in a pool of vomit. Everybody make me an alertness check. Probably not mythic, sorry to say, but it's all right.
Hey, this is a success.
Success.
Ooh, that is a success. Great. Maltese and Million there passed out on one of the tables with this sort of like yellowy golden stain around their nose is Agent Anglerfish.
Sorry, what?
Who you left in a river.
Dismembered.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they did do that.
Well, she did bugs.
And then he says, of course, you've seen our lobby. Staff is on duty 24 hours and nothing to get anything you need in terms of food, drink. Come by with snacks, says the bellhop. The elevator over there is operated by Charlie. Charlie can take you wherever you need to go. Below the stairwell, that's the staff door. We ask that you don't use that one. Enjoy your stay. Follow me. And he starts like pulling the cart. Do all of you give him luggage? Anyone hold back?
I'll probably just hold my briefcase just because it's not like a big piece of luggage. Like I'll probably just be like, oh, no need to worry. I got this one.
Anybody who saw anglerfish would probably need a sand check here, I think. I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit going on here. That one really hits home.
The one time failing an alertness check is a good thing.
Yep. Success for million.
Whatever. I died before, and I dismembered her.
Yep. How about Maltese?
Can you also like perforate her corpse?
I did.
Yep. So she sent.
Like a baked potato.
Makes sense that Million's not affected by this. No sanity loss for you.
I failed.
Maltese, you're gonna take 1d4 sanity loss. Would you like to roll it? Or would you like to project in some way? Or would you like to do something else with that sanity loss? You know what I mean?
Can I help you enjoy that sanity loss?
We should have to pair it with a wine.
I'm gonna ease into it. Just
Would
dip
you
your
like
toes
to
in
live
there.
deliciously?
We still like to live deliciously. I mean, I guess I can't project until I know the score.
It's definitely supernatural. It's on the unnatural.
Oh yeah, no, but like when I rolled D4.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna give that a roll. It's only one. So I think I'll just take that on the nose.
All right.
Rather
No
than bringing
problem
willpower
there.
rolls and connections into this.
Also, the dude
Feels
is
real
not
bad.
too bad. You are, by my count, 64 over 52.
64, yeah. Well, yeah, 64 and 52 is my next breaking point. So yeah.
Right. So, yeah, you steal yourself. Do you give him your bag o' guns?
Give me a second here. And I go in and I'm gonna pull out some choice selections, or at least one that feels familiar, and put it in my back pocket because open carry, Wild West rules around here.
Absolutely, and nobody bats an eye.
Yeah. And then I'll dip back up and I better be able to find that later.
He looks at you and he says, "Yes, you better." And he carts off with the luggage cart. And any luggage that you gave to him towards the elevator, which is now back on the ground floor. And the grate screeches open. And you pass back through the lobby and Justin remembers to play the sounds again. So you head through. And you get over to the elevator, and there's that same man who is sort of working the elevator before. He is this small, very wrinkly old man, and he just sort of smiles at you, and he says, "Miss Myers?" He nods at Thelma, and he says, "Mr. Shit, what's Tommy's last name? Fournette? Mr. Fornetti? Miss Johnson? Dr. McDonald?" And just like greets all of you, each of you in turn. And you know this is Charlie. His name is Charlie. Dexter. And he says, 6th floor going up. I'm sorry, this is not. That was the bellhop's voice. He goes, 6th floor going up. He's very old, and like the cuffs of his hands go to like his knuckles, like of the shirt. You know what I mean? Like it's an oversized, like it pools at his wrists and ankles. But
Charlie.
Yes, doctor. Yes, Dr. McDonald.
Wily old prospector Charlie the Bob. Yes, Charlie. Charlie, you know how, well, I normally stay on the 8th floor, room 8.
Yes, of course, I know, Dr. McDonald. That's where you stay, and that's where your lovely lady friend is.
Oh, I'm so rude. I forgot to mention, I have a lovely lady friend here. Her name's
Yes.
Amelia. It's great. We have
Miss
sex all the
Amelia.
time.
Quite nice most of the time.
Fantastic. Good for you.
Have we just adopted this strange guy? Like, is that what's happened?
Yeah, so I was actually going to ask Charlie, is it okay if I move down to the 6th floor? Just to be with my new friends.
Oh,
Of
good.
course, I could talk to Mr. Lozette and see what he thinks, and I'm sure we can find you a room on the 6th floor. Would Miss Amelia come with you?
We usually come together, yeah. That was terrible.
Oh,
Okay,
he blushes
Alright.
a little bit.
I want off this fucking elevator.
Well, you'll have to wait
Oh,
until
don't
we
laugh.
stop, my dear. That's just a little joke. If you just get off now, you'll plummet to your death. Oh.
He's preferable at the
Charlie,
moment.
kill me.
Death.
No, really, you should all see the accommodations. They are
All see the
spectacular.
accommodations. He starts repeating after Dexter. Like he just says the same thing Dexter.
I don't know why he does this, but I love it.
Either. Dexter, Mr. Dr. McDonald, when are you going to come over for dinner with my wife and I? In our apartment?
Oh, Charlie, you know that.
It's an open
Never gonna do
invitation.
that.
We're all friends. And he reaches out and he grabs Maltese's hand, with one of his spare hands to hold hands with him.
Sorry.
He like grabs it tightly with his clammy hand, and
Do I fucking
Charlie
know you,
invites me
Wiley
over.
Pete?
oh no, I'm just Charlie, but it's good to make friends. You can come as well. All of you are welcome at my apartment for dinner sometime with me and the wife.
You see, what he
No.
doesn't understand is that me and Amelia are never gonna go to dinner with him because he's a very
Never
small,
going to
trained,
go, but
off-putting
that's
man.
all right. I don't mind.
But yes,
Charlie-
we love Charlie.
Charlie, do you ever even leave this elevator?
Relief. Yes, of course. At the end of my shift, I go home down to my apartment in the basement.
What's this?
When
is the end of
your
When
shift?
when is the end of your shift?
Oh, sometime now. Can't be too much longer.
Sorry, you live in the fucking basement?
All the staff live in the
Apparently,
apartments in the basement.
if he gets to the basement,
How do you get to the basement, bud?
Oh.
Careful, you're gonna make the music skip again if you keep talking like that.
Well, you're out of the lobby by now, so the music has no risk of skipping.
We can feel it skip. We don't have
You
to
can
be
you
there.
can sense silence coming up from the lobby, but he says, "Oh, to get to my basement, well, you have to go down to the lobby and through the staff-only door." then you
Can't do
can-
that.
Well, people go down there all the time with their lanterns and their pickaxes. You can come down if you want.
Do they ever come back out?
Sometimes, most of the time, often. Only a few people ever leave the hotel that way, like that nice young lady and
Abigail?
Mr. Lynn's.
Abigail.
Oh, yes.
Abigail.
Did you know Miss Wright?
No,
Yeah,
but I've heard of her quite a bit.
Everyone's heard of Abigail here.
even
And the
us, and
door-
we're new here.
Door stops and opens. And it opens onto a floor. He says, "Not yet. This is floor 35." And there is a man standing there waiting for the elevator. And Dexter, you know him, but he has this dark skin and these yellow teeth, and he has a cigarette. He says, "Oh, Dr. McDonald, hello."
Robert,
forgive
Robert,
me.
Robert, you old so-and-so. How are you?
He enters
Fucking
the
heavy handshake.
He gives you a 1-2, and he says, "And you have made new friends. That's good to see. Welcome to the BROADALBIN. I am Robert, a friend of Dr. McDonald's. Charlie, are you going up?" And Charlie says, "Yes, but no, we're going to the 6th floor." He says, "Very well, I will ride with you and go from there. I have work to get to, you know."
Get a
What
load
kind of
of
work
this.
is that?
Close him. He says, "Pardon, what did you say?"
What kind of work is that?
"Oh, I run a bookshop in the city."
The finest. The absolute finest, if I do say so myself.
And you're gonna get to it by following us to the 6th floor?
Well, we have to pass by the 6th floor to get to the lobby. Isn't that right, Charlie? And Charlie says, "Sometimes."
Fucking sometimes.
Dude, we were on floor 35.
Yeah, you're not picking up the way this works yet. Did you notice that the dial above the elevator is a circle? Yeah. And also that none of those things on the edge of that circle are numbers. So if you're expecting things to work in the normal order course of business, then you have come to the wrong place, my friend.
Of course,
Yeah.
there's our good friend Roberts, smoking his Turkish cigarettes in the elevator.
Oh, could I bum one of those, please, Bob?
Of course. And he offers one to you. Says, "Would anybody else like one?"
I've already
Starting
got my
part
own.
of this entire moment, the fact that you just called Robert, Bob.
Bob.
Oh, yes. I have asked Dr. McDonald to refer to me as such.
Bob times 3. It's
Sometimes
times
Bob,
3 is
Bob,
applied.
Bob cubed.
Dr. McDonald, will you still be coming by for the reading this weekend? From your book?
Is that this weekend already? Oh, jeez.
It is, but it's not. So,
But it's not, of course. Bob, do I need, will I need the gas mask?
and the shotgun, if you can.
Oh, certainly, yes. Sure. I don't see any reason why not.
Wonderful. And tell Miss Cooley that she is welcome to join as well, just like the first time.
Ah, memories. Yeah. Oh, Robert.
Where is Leanne today?
You know, I
For
haven't
now.
seen Leanne today, now you mention it. Other, well, you know, time.
Maybe you have.
Perhaps I have. But I can't recall. But, oh, Robert, before you leave, these new friends, I've already forgotten all of their names and will make no attempt to retain them, but they are Delta Green. Get a load of that, huh?
Oh, what a blast from the sometimes.
It really does just kind of warm me down to my cockles to see folks from my old posse making their way into the Hotel BROADALBIN again. It's good to know that Delta Green is still sort of out there bringing a steady supply of new friends in here for us, yeah?
I, for one, and the elevator comes to a stop in the lobby, and the door opens, and he says, "I, for one, cannot wait to meet you and Amsel again for the first time. Be well," and he leaves. And
Take care, Bob.
the gate closes, and he says, "Floor 6," and it opens again, and there's floor 6. There's this big 6 on the wall.
Paracausal architecture, my ass.
What room was specifically allocated to Mystical Nicholas again?
Six.
That's what I was thinking originally was 666, but it
No.
wasn't that. And then I realized it might be something else, and I need to remember. if it's-
616?
It's not that. No, it's not. It's 624. None of you have 616. But
was
you do
thinking
have
it was
618,
616.
620, 622, and 624. Mystical Nicholas is supposed to be in 624.
Gotcha. Well,
Wow.
both of my theories are gone, so.
This is a very nice area of the hotel. I've actually never been here before, I don't think. But I must say, very, very nice. You guys really lucked out with this.
Oh yeah, thank you. It was.
And what
a
areas
lot
of the hotel have you been in?
All of them, none of them. Like I said, I'm at the 8th floor, room 8085. But I think I've been on all the other floors. That's except this one. That's how very odd. This is all completely new to me, and I've been here for time. Immemorial, literally. Ah.
Have you been to the staff
Great.
area?
No. That's, well, explicitly off limits and not trying to make waves. But I know
You were
that
at least a
people
Delta
try.
Green agent. Isn't that kind of what they do?
Is that what you think Delta Green does? Oh, dear.
That's what my predecessor more or less did.
Ah, ha 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 ha. That Marianne. Oh. Oh, this is fascinating. You're definitely a lot younger than me in terms of normal reality time, but you're referring to Maple, aren't you?
Deborah Johnson, yes.
Yes. Oh, whoosh. Tell you what, she was legendary in my time in Delta Green. Everybody knew about Maple. I had the pleasure of meeting her on a few occasions. There was this sort of a mixer kind of cocktail reception thing that they did that was... She got really... She had a few and got a little handsy with one of my compatriots. She was nice, though. Nice lady. Nice lady. And you're her, but not sort of... That's fascinating. What are you? 19, 20?
1950s.
Huh.
I think you meant your age.
That's good.
No, I know what you meant.
Okay, good. Then it was fantastic. Good job.
You, Marianne, you've come to a place that exists beyond all bounds of space and time, and you yourself are a woman out of time. I think it's quite clear that you belong here. This is precisely the space in which a person like you should exist. And I don't doubt that for the rest of you, Tommy, Thelma, do you prefer your real names or your agent names, by the way? I kind of miss the nostalgia of the agent names, but if you want to use real names, I'm totally fine with that.
Doesn't seem like it matters in a place like this, so whatever you'd like.
You're getting it. There it is. Yes. Excellent. Okay. No, there's a reason. This is what I've learned about this place, okay? This is what I've learned. There is a reason why we are drawn here. There is something about us as people. And maybe this is why Delta Green is sort of attracted to personalities like us. But there is something about each of us Delta Green folks, and some other folks who are not Delta Green here, that there's a reason why we don't fit. That reality that we know is false, that we all occupied together at one point in time, that reality, it was an imperfect dream. And it constantly gave us these little signs that it wasn't real. And it was right there in front of our faces the entire time. All the little things that didn't quite add up. And we, myself, and I now believe all of you, you were the people who saw through the bullshit. You saw through the illusion. You pierced the veil. And that's why you were picked. That's why Delta Green wanted each and every one of you. And that thing that Delta Green sees in all of you, that thing that lets you peer through all the falsehood around you, that's the same thing that brought you here. This is where you belong. Now, you're going to hear a whole lot of talk about people saying they want to go down into the basement, go into the labyrinth, and find a bottle. You're welcome to do that. You won't. No one has ever had done it except for the famous Abigail Wright. Stay. Live. Live again. You found your home.
Yeah, I'm fucking bored of this shit. Can we go to our rooms and get this figured out?
So,
As I promised, Listen, my only goal here is, now that I know Asa Darabondi's around here, is like I said, is I'm going to kill him. And if he doesn't stay dead, I'm just going to have a lot of fun just continuously killing him until I get bored of it. But before that, I promised you two, and Nicholas when we find him, that I'd help you get your fucking bottles so you can get out of here.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Malcolm,
So,
but
yeah.
we got a fucking job to do.
Yeah. So if you want to be helpful, you can tell us where the fuck Abigail Wright is in this fucking building. And come with us to a fucking basement. If not, go fuck whoever your tart is.
Wow, okay. So you know absolutely nothing. And what's hilarious is that you think you know something.
I walk away.
That kind of proud ignorance is just kind of cute, actually.
Million, as you... It feels like this is the first time we've seen Million's anger, because very little's affected her because she has very little to be affected by anymore. And I'd like a sanity check from you.
Okay. I'm a little riled up. I have my prey somewhere nearby. Failure.
So you all go to your rooms. Maltese, you're in 618. Mayday, you're in 620. Million, you're in 622. You all take these old-looking keys and slide them into the locks. And you go to open them. And we go inside with you. And in Maltese's room, it is a plain, undecorated. There's a bed. There is a window that you walk up to and pull the blinds, and it looks out over Madison Square Park. Mayday, you go into your room, and again, a bed. It's a telephone by the bed. It's one of, it's like a push-button phone, you know, but it's not a newish one at all. You notice there's no bathroom in here. You haven't needed to use the bathroom at all since you got here. And Million, you open the door to your room, and there, sitting on the floor, counting what appears to be a series of meal tokens that he dropped, and he's trying to count them and sort them, is Asa Darabondi. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Hey,
So,
it's room service.
So we are going to step away for a little bit as our friends check into their rooms. And when we return, we will continue to explore the Hotel BROADALBIN. Who else is here? Bunch of crazy stuff. What's time? Nothing. We don't care. We'll be back in 10 minutes of real world time. Maybe. Welcome back. I don't know what this face is. Welcome back to Impossible Landscapes here on Lost Caravan RPG.
Yes, Daddy.
And welcome back to the welcome back to the hotel.
That wasn't me.
BROADALBIN. Our agents are checked in, or they were checked in, and they still are, maybe, and are in the sort of process of getting used to things. And so,
I have a question.
please ask it
Just
of
one?
me.
Just one. Many, but one very important one from the hotel room perspective specifically. If I look out my window, if I have one, does the view make sense as to where we know to be, not only locationality wise, but also height wise?
Do you have navigation?
Probably not. But I've been in a lot of hotel rooms.
Okay.
I have
roll
a
been in
30 in
hotel room.
navigate. I have 30 in navigate.
Roll
Let me
with
see
your
what you do
credit
have.
card
I'm
miles.
looking at your skills right now.
Me
you do have
too.
a 30 in navigate.
I said that.
You do. You're right. You're correct in your assessment of your
Thank
own
you.
skills. Roll me a navigate.
Thank you.
Or survival.
Oh,
You have
no.
30 in survival
No.
too. I'll take a survival check if you want to try.
Nope.
that.
Well, it's already-
41 out of
Having
30.
fun here. Yeah, you have no idea
Yep.
what the fuck is going on.
Okay.
You're up above the ground, but like it's
Sweet.
kind of like this sort of weird effect of like if you stare out the window for too long, it makes you a little bit nauseous, a
Oh.
little bit like motion sick, and it's kind of like if you've ever been to the top of a very, very tall building and you can feel the wind moving the building.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's how you feel in your soul.
Okay.
Mythic is standing directly behind you. Yeah, don't do that. Don't look. Don't look out the window for too long. That will fuck with you.
Because you'll
And,
show up right behind me?
Always a possibility. Yeah. No, but really, don't.
And fade to black. Maltese,
Hi.
you're back in the dining room again. It seems you come here every day.
What?
You wake up there, which is odd. You don't remember falling asleep in the dining room. But you must have, because you're sitting across from this guy in an army uniform who is still talking. Like, it sounds like, like kind of woke up mid-sentence. Last thing you remember is you've been walking around, you've been trying to get more details out of the staff of how to get into the basement. You've been talking to bellhops, you've been talking to the maids, anybody you can find, but you must have come in here to eat at some point and get something out of the automat on the wall. So you're sitting there, and he has a uniform. You can see he's got his name tag on there. It says Boyd, B-O-Y-D, on there. And he says, "Yeah, well, what we did in Operation Freedom Endures is we dug in deep." And he's talking about some like army operation he was on, and he says, "But to get to this labyrinth, we've got to work together. And I think too many people here are too separated. And that's why we're all always killing each other and stealing from each other. And are you paying attention to me, son?"
I mean, I am now. I felt like I just lost a few fucking days.
I suppose that's normal. You've been asleep for, I don't know, a few days. That sounds about right.
Fucking alright. Yeah.
You did the thing. I was watching you. You did the same thing you do every day, which is you came down to the lobby, made the rounds to all the bellhops, and asked them a series of questions. And you did that again.
Great.
You want to get up and do that right now?
I know.
Stand up from your chair. Do you want to resist this?
I would love to, actually.
Roll me a willpower check.
Okay. Here comes my power. It's just power, right?
This would be. Let me double check. I want to make sure.
Because yeah, willpower. I don't have a
Yeah, right. Willpower's not a check. Right. This is a.
Gotta persuade.
Yeah, this is a power
yourself.
check.
Cool. Yeah, because power is how you determine maximum.
Makes
willpower
sense.
anyway,
Yeah, makes
so.
sense.
Yeah, that works.
Ugh.
You concentrate as hard as you can before losing one willpower point. And going back to just, well, the only thing you can do here is to keep asking the staff about what the staff apartments are like in the basement and how big and how deep it goes down into the ground. Mayday, the phone in your room is not working. It's the same thing. You wake up in the morning, you try calling your brother, and then you try calling Sam. You get up, you go down, and you get something from the automat. Usually you see Maltese there, walking around talking to the staff, and he's usually doing that every day. Although the past few weeks, he's taken like odd breaks here and there. And then you go back up to your room and you try the phone again. But today you can't get a dial tone. It's weird. There's something wrong with it.
Can I go back down to the lobby and try to talk to somebody to fix my phone?
Yeah, I think that's fine. You don't need to. You want this phone fixed so you can call them, and so you go to the elevator, and Charlie's there, and he says, "Oh, hi, Miss Myers. Phone broken again?"
It happened a lot. Is that normal for this hotel?
Yeah,
basic
it's
accommodation.
normal for things to happen a lot.
Right.
First floor, going down. And he pulls the lever, and you start descending. The stops, and the grate opens. You're not in the lobby yet, but a young man gets on. He's not wearing any glasses, and Charlie looks at him and says, "Hello, Jeff." And
Where am I?
and he says, "You're in the elevator, Jeff. Going down."
Oh my god. It's all just a game, isn't it? They're all just playing a tabletop role-playing game on the internet. That's what this is. I'm in a Zoom call.
And you get to the lobby, and he opens the grate, and Charlie says, "I'll handle this. Go talk to Elmer." And he closes the gate, leaving
just
him
a
and Jeff
game!
alone.
They're rolling dice to decide my fate. Ah!
Thank you, Colin, for that.
You're welcome. Oh, the gift. You gave me the gift by saying Jeff was here. They say it's a horror game, but it's bullshit. Anyway, sorry.
Up into the ceiling. There we go.
It's more comedy than anything else.
The last thing you hear, this is
skipped-
just a bunch of dick jokes.
Not true. Sometimes it's
My god.
sometimes it's pussy cat jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I sit there watching, like literally listening to the sound of liminal Jeff being somewhere. I don't even know if he's going up or down at this
Liminally.
point.
Liminally. Between
Literally
floors.
liminally. Literally liminally. Imagine saying that 5 times fast. I can't even say it once. And I kind of just sit there, wait for the sound to mostly be gone.
Right.
At least I'm having a better day than him. I go
Everyone's having a better day than Jeff.
deal with the lobby, the hotel manager.
You cross the lobby, and you see some folks that you've met before. There is there's Emmeline Fitzroy, the young author woman. There is Ian DeCraig, who is this balding, overweight dude in a prison uniform. And you remember the first time you saw him running from a giant clown, and then you saw him when you were on a train and he was in prison, but he's here again, so he sort of waves and smiles at you. But then
I wave back as a fellow person who's been chased by a giant clown.
Right? Clown solidarity, you sort of
Yep.
wave back. You pass the duck smoking a cigarette,
Yes.
Put it on my bell.
and you approach the desk.
Just the one? Just the one duck?
Just today?
Just the one. Okay.
And there, standing behind the counter, is Elmer, and he smiles at you, and he says, "Hello, Miss Myers. How are you?"
Griffin Myers, good, great, thank you. I would like to talk to you about my phone. Something's wrong with my phone. I am not able to call my husband or my brother. I'd like that to be fixed, please.
Oh no, that's terrible. I'll be sure to send up one of the boys to repair it shortly. In the meantime, can I interest you in a crew detail? And there's a bellhop standing next to him with like a plate full of hors d'oeuvres.
Didn't even realize him before, so I just still not used to people just popping up out of nowhere. Sure, if that'll help the non-existent time past Faster, slower. Pass. Go. Do
Yeah.
something.
If you're hungrier, the automat does have some nice steak sandwiches today. Your meal tokens will help with that. You get 2 every day. I don't remember the last time you've used one.
Felt quite hungry since I've gotten here. So,
No.
can't explain that.
You'll have to excuse me. He takes a handkerchief and he's dabbing at the sweat of his brow. And he says, "Don't feel well. I need to use the restroom." And he turns around and he goes back through the doors. And the bellhop who's standing there, like, sort of watches him impassively go. And he says, "He never feels well."
That is a different ailment every time.
No. I think it's something in what he's eating. He looks down at the
He doesn't eat at the
hors d'oeuvres. The automat? No, I think his wife cooks for him. Maybe his mama.
They live in the... Where do they live in the building?
They live in the apartments, like everybody on staff.
Never had a chance to see them.
In the basement. Oh, yes, guests are not permitted downstairs.
Charlie invited me to dinner downstairs the other day. Time.
Is that right?
Didn't think I was gonna take him up on it, but
I'll have to report that to Mr. Lozette.
Oh, no,
Pardon me.
no,
And
it
he
was
goes
never...
back
It
through
was
the
never
back
any
room.
concern. It was never any concern. Oh.
You stand there and you look around. You look over at the dining room, and there is Maltese sitting with Captain Lyman Boyd across from him at a table, talking like they usually do this time of day.
Go up and chat.
Up and you start talking with them. Million, you are covered in blood again. You don't remember how you got here, but you are standing in front of that door, that metal fire door underneath the stairs that says staff only. Holding your knife in one hand, white knuckles, and just all the way up your forearm is Asa Darabandi's blood. You don't know how many times you have done this. This is the first time in recent memory that you can remember standing in front of this door when you came around. And for all of the years that you've been here at the BROADALBIN, you don't think you've ever gone inside, but you could be mistaken.
She'll look around.
Our ads work as hard as you do.
See any of the others?
Roll me an alertness check.
She has a moment of lucidity.
Yeah.
31. Success.
Great. You don't, unfortunately. You do see this woman Louisa that you're friends with. Sort of. Louisa Reggie. She is this sort of middle-aged, hippie-ish type of woman, and every once in a while she'll wander through the lobby in a daze, looking upward. And every time you remember that she's looking upward, because when you look at her neck, there's these blue-black ligature marks all around it. And she's walking around going, "Victor! Victor!" She sees you, sort of nods at you for a moment, and then keeps walking. You don't see any of your friends. You do at that time see that the door to the apartments opens. And out comes Asa Darabandi, who jumps back in this sort of startled thing, and as he does, he sort of fumbles with the door a little bit, and then adjusts his sleeves and his collar and his stupid little tie that he has around his neck. It's not an ascot and not a tie. Who knows what the fuck it is? And just sort of says, "Yes, hello, hello, Miss Johnson.
How many times?
What?
How many times have I rutted around in your fucking guts at this point?
Sure, I don't remember. But you don't happen to have a towel, do you? And you look down and notice that his hands are wet, like dripping wet.
She holds out her bloody hands and goes, "If I had a towel, I wouldn't even offer it to you. I'd strangle you with it."
No, that wouldn't do at all. You're quite good at killing. You're quite good at killing things. Yes?
You know, I wasn't before. Before I was just a normal, average girl. Was gonna go to school. Was thinking of going into nursing. And then you happened.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
What are you doing?
He's looking up. And he says, 5 tracks in the lobby, 5 tracks in the lobby, 2 tracks in each hallway. Do you have any experience killing dreams? Would you be interested? I could assist you in some way that you would need assistance.
She'll grab him by his stupid little whatever the hell that thing is. You know what? Every part of me right now really wants to kill you again. But I'm gonna hold off for her this time, because maybe you are gonna be useful to me, right? Darabandi, you're gonna be useful to me?
Yes. I can be.
Abigail Wright.
That's right.
Yeah. See, I don't know how many years I've been in here, but I keep forgetting I need to go look and find her. So, here's what the thing is gonna happen. You're gonna help me find her.
Well,
And maybe I'll just lay off of the whole murdering you thing for a little bit.
The murdering is unpleasant, but tit for tat, Miss Johnson, tit for tat. If you enjoy it so much, then you can kill my dreams.
Get me, alright. I'll help you kill your dreams. But first, we find my friends, and then we go to Abigail Wright. And once I've introduced them to her, I'll kill your dreams for you.
All right. He goes back to looking up at the ceiling. And he says, 5 in the lobby, 2 in each hallway, 6 in the dining room. And he goes off looking up, counting something. Dexter McDonald.
Yeah.
Back again. You are in a Prius.
If you had given me 100 guesses about what you were gonna say next, Prius would not be in the top 1,000. Wow.
You are in a Prius pulling up to the front doors of the Hotel BROADALBIN. Gas mask on, trench coat on, shotgun in one hand, book in the other as the door opens. And a small man in a ridiculous red uniform with a mustache that appears to be drawn on like a character from the Hotel Grand Budapest. The Grand Budapest Hotel, which is a fabulous movie.
It's a great movie.
And a little off kilter name tag that says Carlo on it. He says, "Welcome back, Dr. McDonald. I take your car for you?
He pulls off the gas mask. Yes, thank you. He throws the shotgun to, like, no one in particular. Like, just expects that there's gonna be someone there to catch it.
Roll me a luck check.
Okay, yeah.
I want to see if somebody catches it. I don't know.
That'd be
It could go
hilarious.
either way and be fantastic.
Nope.
It scatters across the crowd.
No, I think
It's just like,
he throws it. There's no one there. It hits the ground, goes off, shoots, hits somebody. They drop. No one cares. Life goes on as normal.
Exactly. You sort of watch as this man Carlo drives away in your Prius before realizing, I don't know who that is. I've never seen that guy before.
And I don't own a Prius.
And as you look out, you see that at the park across the street, here and there, are other figures with your same fashion sense watching the hotel. They've got the gas mask.
Yeah, okay, that, yes.
They've got the trench coats. They're just watching the front doors. Turn around.
He waves.
You go past the rotating door that's always broken and out of order, and through one of the side doors with the B etched on it, and you enter into the lobby. Welcome back, Mr. Don.
Oh. Hello, Elmer.
Hello.
Hi.
Say, Dr. McDonald, can I ask you a personal question?
Oh, I don't know. Can you? I really don't know. Can you?
Do you enjoy peach cobbler?
I think I do, though I can't recall quite when last I had it, but it certainly... yes, my mind is telling me yes, peach cobbler sounds delicious. Why do you ask?
My wife makes the most delicious peach cobbler.
Oh, I hate peach cobbler. I'm sorry. I misheard you. I don't like it at all. I'm sorry. I'm sure your wife's is great for those who indulge in that sort of thing, but that ain't me.
Dabs the sweat away off of his forehead. That's a shame. She makes it so often. Oh, she won't have any, and she wants me to eat all of it.
That sounds hard for you, Elmer.
Oh, it's a lucky that she's such a beautiful woman.
Is she? Yeah?
You've never met her? So
No, I know.
As a rhetorical question, you don't know. And he says, she is. She's a real treasure. Treats me real good. I have to go to the bathroom. Excuse me? Turns and he walks away.
Shudder to think what he's doing.
You see then that Agent Million, covered up to the elbows in blood as she usually is making her way away from Asadera Bondi, who is staring up at the tracks in the ceiling.
You left him alive this time, or has he already bond?
Not entirely certain. I think I left him alive.
Well, are you bored of it all yet, or is the thrill of the hunt still there?
Oh, I still really want to kill him. But I guess I had, like, I don't know, moment of lucidity or something like that, where I was reminded that I was supposed to be doing something, so we should act on that before I forget again. Which means you're going to be useful, and she'll take her hand.
Oh,
come on.
I feel like we're moving rather fast.
She then takes her cigarette and burns that hand.
Oh, it hurts. Oh,
You'll be fine.
It hurts in like I feel like
sorry, we're waving at Hoops Kid.
We are waving
sorry,
at Hoops Kid.
chat.
I feel like Dexter, I feel like being here long enough, your relationship to pain changes. So like he is aware that hurts.
Yes.
But almost in like an intellectual sort of way,
yes, he observes it.
He observes like, wow, that is making my endings explode with pain. Fascinating. Wow, what'd you do that for?
Because you're being annoying.
Oh,
You know, maybe it's all this talk of peach cobbler, but you realize you don't remember the last time you ate. Maybe you should go get something from the dining room. You feel a little hungry, but also, you know, you've seen people here sleep and eat. That's a thing. So maybe you should eat. You don't know.
but they never shit. It's crazy.
No, they never do.
It's the perfect world.
Let's.
So are you saying Elmer goes to the bathroom every time and just hangs out in there for a little bit?
What did I say?
He's clearly poisoned, so nothing.
I know,
He can't
but-
vomit.
You've never seen a bathroom in this entire place, so there's a bit of a mystery there.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I don't want that mystery solved.
Maybe the
Yeah.
apartments that we're not allowed to see?
Some things better left unknown. You know, I realized I am hungry. How about we discuss your grand plan of the thing that you can't remember you're supposed to be doing over something from the automat?
We'll go there only because I think Maltese has a loop in that direction.
Yes, he does seem like the type that would be motivated by sort of those kind of base reptilian brain sort of things. I guess that makes sense for him. Sure.
Don't
There's
look
a
down
lot of
on
that.
him. He's smarter than you.
It's a little automat picture for you in roll 20. You can see that there's some sort of room behind the automat, right? But then it's got these slots where you put the tokens in, and stuff comes out. Like you see steak sandwiches, cups of coffee, pie, pudding, diner fare. And every time you've seen someone take something from here, it always gets replaced. It has prices, which is weird. On these little paper cards next to each window, cup of coffee, 10 cents. Steak sandwich, $3. But nobody uses money? I guess people who don't have the tokens might, but you have the deluxe package.
As
You
they're
do
like,
see the others there as well. You see.
yeah. He's like
Maybe-
taking like a egg salad sandwich out of the automat. And he like takes a bite and he's like, "You did not seriously say that that guy is smarter than me."
Yes,
On what
I did say that.
on what evidence, I ask you?
Alright, let me put it this way. Intellectually, from a standpoint of, you know, who's more well-read and educated, you win.
Easy.
When I say that he's more smart than you, I mean mostly along the lines of he's more motivated. Because what's the use of brains if you never fucking use them? Your brains are what, mush at this point?
Hardly. They are being put to perhaps baser uses than they were before, but...
You're in a vacuum.
And you're trapped in here with me.
I was fucking dead. What's your excuse?
I feel alive, but... What is dead? I might be dead. So maybe I don't have an excuse. This could be the afterlife for all I know.
Listen,
In
all
the
I
middle of
know
this
is
conversation, just as a camera thing, Million, you look across the room, and Mark Rourke is over there making lewd gestures at you. Go on.
anyways. I look at him, I think about the fact I'm gonna probably kill him later, and then turn back. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, okay, like I said, I died back in the 1950s. My life ended, and Deborah Johnson took it over. All right?
Makes as much
Or
sense
Deborah
as
Brown, sorry,
anything
Deborah
else.
Brown. Deborah Brown took it over, okay? And so she lived the rest of my life. All right? And so right now, the only reason why I'm even here is that some king in god awful yellow apparently decided I should be around to play a part. And you know what's got to be if he's the audience, if he's the one watching all this pantomime happening, it's got to be pretty fucking boring that we're stuck in here.
When you say this, God, I hate to blow all of my cool, fun things, cameos at once, but you hear a voice say, "It is not the king, it is the super. He the
Oh, my
super have
favorite.
a party every night. Hello, Dr. Dexter, man. It's me, Henry Castaigne, the night
The night
manager.
manager. Yes,
Yes, with the
it's been some
implaceable
time.
accent.
Yes, I still have no idea who or what you are. It has been a while though. How are you?
Busy. I must be going to the apartment. You know, to do. It's almost night time, so going to the tonight. Is the man from the cable company who has been lost there since 2013. I have to get him a new room, and then also I have to go and fix the telephone in the Mr. Griefenmeyer's room. He's broken again,
Again.
again.
But the
Keeps doing
super
that.
the super and he like kind of like pulls the night manager like over like the
Yes,
super's
yes.
having a party. I think that would
Yes.
interest Miss Marianne over here.
Do you have the invitation? Not everybody have the invitation to the
Do you have an
masquerade.
invitation? Do you have an invitation?
I do.
Yes, you must go.
You
You
do.
go to first you will go. You will get the bottle, and when you have the bottle, you go to the party.
I think
You know
the
what?
problem.
I mislaid my bottle. Can you point out where I can go find it?
And Mr. Johnson, she funny. With
She's so funny. She's
with
so
the Miss
funny.
Leia, the bottle. She in the labyrinth, in the basements.
The basement. Is this adding new information you didn't already know, Marianne? Or did you already know your bottle was in the basement? In fact, have you been thinking about it for quite some time, but then sort of forgot it while you were having fun murdering someone over and over and over again?
Do you ever
You have
get
to.
tired? Do you ever get tired trying to be fucking cute?
I'm adorable, first of all, and no, I don't get tired of
It
it
burns you
because
again.
ha! That hurts
She's
so
funny.
much. She is funny, but she doesn't understand. And that's what makes it less funny. You think this doesn't involve you? We're not different. You realize that, right? We're all
And
playing our part here. We're all playing our role. Even Mr. Night Manager over here. You have a part to play, don't you?
Oh, yes. I must have managed the hotel and the apartments by night. Tonight, and he leans in conspiratorially. The super. You're having a party.
The super is the king.
I
do
I
not
gathered
know.
that.
But I must be going. This is why I'm in a big hurry. And he goes and he turns and he hobbles away.
Night Manager, sorry. Just while I'm thinking of-
Castaigne, Mr. Castaigne. Henri.
I won't remember that. Henri, sure. You go to the super's parties all the time, right?
No to me. I never get invited to the super party. I'm busy. It happened at night and I'm working.
I see. So
And
you've never
everybody
met...
at the party, they wait for the midnight. This is what I hear.
Mm.
Wait for a midnight. But at the midnight, I fix the phone. I'm busy.
Fix the phone.
Repeat
You
it back
know,
to me, sounds silly.
since you walk around here and you fix things, have you seen Nicholas Fowles around?
Oh,
Who's that?
well, maybe you would describe this man for me.
Tall, thin, white, little pencil beard. Blue glasses, really sticked out
Blue
hair.
glasses. Oh,
Lots of rings.
She doing another funny joke. This is not a man, it's a marionette. I see a marionette with the blue glasses.
Okay, where'd you see this marionette?
In the ballroom, where the marionettes do their dance.
Okay. Well, thank you for the
I must go.
exposition
Just
dump.
having a party. Yeah.
The super here having a party. He goes and he hobbles out in a higher pace. Can't be late. I can't be late.
All right.
As you
Well,
can probably tell, I've heard that one a few times.
yeah. Well, now apparently I need an invitation.
You know you've done this before, right?
You're being cute again. Want me to burn you?
You know, honestly, I'm
Just
starting
assume. Listen,
to kind of get into it a little bit. So
Okay, then I'm gonna stop doing that. Instead, I'm
see?
gonna start kneecapping you.
hot.
Listen. I don't really want to unpack this right now. Just
Unpack
okay.
me, Dad.
Listen, we're just going to go under the assumption that everything I suggest, I've already suggested fucking before, okay? And so we're just going to act like it's the very first time I've said it, okay?
Sure.
Just to expedite things.
Fun. Yeah. Okay, I'll play along. Tell me your original plan.
Okay. Original plan. Go collect everyone again, and and meet up with Asa Darabandi, so we can actually talk to Abigail Wright for the first time in however many fucking years I've been here.
Okay. Yeah. This sounds original. It sounds fresh. It sounds bold. I like it. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Kicks you in the knee.
Ooh. Yes. Ha.
This is a weird fucking dynamic we got going on.
It really is. I don't know how we got here.
I don't either.
Is it a sex thing? I don't understand. Okay.
Maltese and Mayday are 10 feet away from you throughout this whole conversation. Just sitting there with Lyman Boyd, the former commander of Agent Michael.
Let's start moving your plan along. Let's go gather up the troops. Yeah.
Because they're right over there, and
because they're right over there, and they just heard me make some weird sounds, and they probably are curious what's happening.
I think Mayday originally went over trying to see if she could like break the trend and like try to get into the conversation with Maltese and Boyd. And then after a while kind of just like realized that they were in such a like rut of conversation that I kind of just was standing like at the table, but just kind of staring off into space, not actually participating, and probably heard some of the conversation, but like just pieces. And then all of a sudden realized that like motion was happening.
You heard "Unpack me, Daddy."
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm surprised that you're coming over to me instead of going elsewhere. Just anyway, whatever.
I will never sleep with that.
Oh, how are we doing, everyone?
Like I said in one of my lores, she had a sex dream about one of the members of the party.
How are we doing, everyone? Enjoying everything from the automat? Hi, Tommy. Hello. Over here. Yep. Oh, yes. Can't even hear you.
Fuck.
How
long have I been at this table? Feels like I've been even... Like I'm losing track of time here.
Pretty certain I've been here for... I'm pretty certain I've been here in the hotel for a couple of years.
I don't know where you get pretty sure from.
That's not
Well,
good.
I mean, I'm kind of counting by the layers of blood encased on my hands at this point.
Fuck, I gotta go find the basement or something.
Yeah, we gotta find the basement. Yeah. Gotta find the bottle. Gotta find the labyrinth.
Oh, I was talking to
You
the
say
staff.
that so something like you don't think it's gonna happen. Just
Annoyingly?
everyone does this.
Dismissively.
Everyone expresses this. Everyone expresses wanting to do this.
Because that's what happens. Helma. That's what I've seen. I mean, you think I didn't have that thought when I came in here? Of course I did. That's... Everyone learns about it at some point or another. Yeah, I mean...
Really, I thought you were just happy with your whole thing about putting on a gas mask and grabbing a, shotgun daily.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
I don't know when I started doing that, though.
There's the tools.
Well, let me tell you something. We know that you have been here for at least 20 years. Don't know how much time has passed since that, but at the very bare minimum, 20.
Stand up.
You must have seen something, even if you didn't even realize it was something important at this point, and you are complacent with sitting here and doing nothing about it, but the rest of us aren't. So,
Yet.
fess up.
Yeah.
Tommy, while this is happening, roll me a power check.
Okay.
I see you over there.
Yeah, he's getting his legs going.
He's trying.
10! 10
You
from
did
the
it.
16.
You gain control of your actions and intentions for a short while.
It's gonna stand up. Fucking shit. Alright. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey, look who's back.
Whew!
Okay.
I
That's
swear
right,
to
on your
God,
feet, soldier!
I swear to God, you speak to me for another second, I will remove whatever capabilities the unnatural has given you to speak.
Wait, who's that threat at?
As a Captain Lyman Boyd.
That's a call, Captain Lyman
Yeah.
Boyd.
Super
Yeah.
soldier over there.
Yeah.
I wasn't
And,
certain at this point. I'm like, it could be any one of us at this point.
and it's enduring freedom, you unpatriotic asshole.
You don't
Salute.
know what I...
Well, he's back.
Sorry. Yeah. What are we doing? Have we done anything? I don't feel like I've done anything. Oh,
Done
Well-
nothing, but the rest of us have been actively trying to break out of here the entire time.
I've been. Okay.
Mayday, you've been calling up your brother and your husband every single day, and they calling about a
Not
broken
true.
phone.
Not true. The phone hasn't worked, so I haven't been able to call either of them. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's been kind of a daily thing.
That guy's gonna fix it. Night manager's got to fix it because the super's having a party tonight.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's so much more
Party.
important than me being able to have the basic necessities of a hotel room.
Ballroom
Alright.
party?
What was that?
No,
Ballroom party?
through the labyrinth.
Did you say
Okay.
boning party?
Ballroom.
Ballroom.
Jeez.
Oh,
I heard boning.
I'm glad I'm not alone.
It
'Cause
also
you wouldn't want to
really
be alone in a
worked
boning
for
party.
Dexter's character. For
Yeah.
God's
Ballroom
sake.
party.
Yeah, we've had a few boning parties here. Yeah.
Alright.
Million's gonna go head out real quick, or head over real quick, and she's gonna come back with Asa.
What, you gonna kill him right here at the table now?
Oh, that sounds fun. Do that.
Roll me an alertness check.
Let's see, my cat is mewing so much. Success, 38.
Yeah, Ace is still around. He's up at the top of the stairwell, like counting the stairs going up and down.
Boy, Darabondi, let's go.
I don't want to do it. Oh, sorry. Pardon me. Sorry. Well, he comes up to you and sort of gets close to you. Says, "Apologies. I was saying, as I was saying, I don't want to kill any more children. What's going on?"
Oh, novel. Come on.
Comes with you.
Ooh, what is this? This is new. What are we gonna do with him this time?
Well,
I
what's
was hoping-
gonna happen is that he and I have made a deal right now. While I still have my mind, let's get it done.
Better move
Hmm,
quick.
all right.
Asa here is gonna help us get to Abigail.
Yes.
Is he now?
Well, I can help you to the Whisper Labyrinth, and from there, on to wherever Miss Wright went, and beyond that, I could do this. But in return, you are going to kill my dreams.
I did promise that, yes.
All right. There's a man that some of us here think controls the Whisper Labyrinth. You see, it is he is below. He is below, underneath, below the basements, adjacent to the marionette, and adjacent to the arboretum. He is down there in the ballroom, the marionette ballroom, and well, she. I should say he. I should say she. You will clean her out of my mind, and I can show you the way if you wish. All you would need to do is to destroy it, utterly destroy it, and anything that you find inside of her must be brought back to me.
Fine.
Is this something? Like, is this something Dexter's heard before, or is this something new?
Let's see. Roll me. I need to check here. Maybe in times 5 or history or luck or something.
Yeah, hold on. Let's do in times 5 seems to make sense for this. If it's like something he can hold on to if he'd grasped it before. Let's see. Also, he's super smart.
Smart. He's crazy, but he's smart.
He's crazy smart. That's a success.
Ooh. You have heard some of these terms before. The Marionette Ballroom is reported to be a place. I would say Dexter knows that in every room in this hotel there are tracks in the ceiling. You don't usually see marionettes, but you're not ruling it out entirely. But some people have talked about a ballroom within the expansive subterranean structure of the hotel. And in this ballroom, supposedly, there are life-sized marionettes.
Okay. But I
guess studies, he's picked up on this.
To be more specific, I guess what I was wondering about is the thing that he wants, or the person that he wants us to destroy.
He hasn't told you who it is yet.
Okay.
And actually, as you're thinking this over, he sits down and he, from a table nearby, he pulls out a piece of paper with a letterhead that says Hotel BROADALBIN, New York City. And he starts drawing a face on it. He's an artist. I'm going to roll to see how good this is for him. Let me look up Asa Darabandi's stats. Your boy has art at 66%.
Okay.
So because he's an architect, right? So I'll roll a D100. He gets it. So he starts. Yeah, he starts to sort of put together, and you see a vague figure forming. It is this. It's a female silhouette or feminine silhouette with a sort of a bouffant of grayish hair, and the makeup that he puts on it has like a Cupid doll type of makeup on it, and with a tiny little dot of lipstick in the middle and the rosy cheeks, stuff like that. He says, "Here," and he extends. He says, "Destroy her, and bring her innards to me."
Okay, I'll take it.
I think that's the moment. I've been trying to think, like, what would awaken a little bit of Dexter. That moment of Marianne just saying, "All right," and Dexter realizing that his brain is going, "Wait, why?" And I think he has this feeling of like, okay, she's losing herself and doesn't realize it because she's not put off at all by what was just requested of her. And there's still actually a part of him that's in there.
Yes.
And
sand check?
Yeah, sure.
While he realizes
I think
this.
That's a great idea. I think it's a wonderful idea.
Part of his humanity sort of comes back.
You've been in a vacuum for so long.
To just go murder somebody, and she's like, sure.
Yeah.
Super fail.
There is a hero point.
Fuck it.
A hero point at the beginning of the show.
I'm so not worried about Dexter's sanity, so.
Roll me 1d6.
Okay.
2 points of sanity loss. Dexter.
I gotta reset his breaking point.
Yeah, probably. Subtract
Well, it was
power from your.
it was already broken.
Oh
at
yeah,
the
he
end
broke at
of
the end of the season.
Yeah, and we never adjusted it down after that.
Who would need to?
Subtract power from it.
Subtract your power score from it.
Okay, yeah, he's now at his breaking point is 14, and he is at 19 sanity.
Excellent. So
yeah,
I think that's a beautiful revelation there. Is Marianne passing him?
Yeah.
Are you ships in the night on the sea of insanity?
And he says, "Who? Why? Why do you want? Why? Why do you want her? Why do you
Does
want
it matter?
Normally, I'd say no, but I want to know. I just curiosity. I just want to know.
Roll me a persuade check.
Very well. He actually is pretty decent at that, as I recall. If only I would remember to keep his character sheet open. Persuade.
That's roll 20 for you. I always close mine.
To persuade Asa Darabont, a child murderer. I have 45 in persuade.
Oh, a sexy failure.
Colin?
Oh!
Wait,
no, I crushed
wait.
it. I crushed it.
That's a 69.
69,
Sexy
best
failure, which
possible
means
result.
a sexy success.
Ooh. He looks at you and he says, "My aunt. She's my aunt. She set me down this path, and now she will give me a new path."
She's just gonna come back again, right?
It's not just about killing her, as your friend knows. It's about finding meaning inside.
Wouldn't there be much more meaning if you killed her, Mr. Darabont?
Dr. McDonald, you know not of what you speak. Forgive me. I don't mean to be rude, but I have killed enough, and I am sickened of it. I do not wish to do it anymore.
Funny. Wish we were sick of it before I met you.
What? Yes, yes, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Because you murdered her.
Yes,
Killed you by...
yes.
I've killed you by drowning you in a tub by now, right?
A few times.
Okay, good. Just making sure that I paid you back.
I don't like to think about.
Wait.
drowning.
He drowned you?
Yes.
Poetic irony.
He chased me down and held me in someone's wash bin, and then dumped me in a river.
Not the only one.
I know.
Did you back in 95 when we were on that job, I drowned too.
Yes, I remember.
How do you remember?
Someone had to hold you under the water.
What?
What? You think you kept yourself beneath there? Ridiculous. Survival instincts would have kicked in. No, I was dispatched. One hotel to another hotel. They're all connected. Ways between.
You wanted me to...
You wanted it. You wanted to see
I
it.
did, yes, and I...
You had read young Miss Fitzroy's book. You wanted to see. And you saw, and you know, and now you carry that knowledge.
Have we had this conversation before?
Several
Dear
times. It's getting rather exhausting. Pardon me, I have to lie down. Return to me.
Fuck.
With what is inside of her. And he turns and walks out.
Dexter reaches into one of the automats and pulls out. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. He reaches in and pulls out just like a full like fifth of whiskey that was just in there for some reason.
Yep.
And cracks
Absolutely.
it. And just like slugs down some Jameson, and then sits down at a table and lights a cigarette, and just like
Right.
sits there huffing it.
Anybody who watches him do this, make me. Oh gosh, it might just be luck here. I think. Yeah, make me a luck check.
We succeeded.
Oh. Just million.
All of us are around right now.
Yeah, you're nearby. You see Dexter. You recognize him. He walks over to the automat for sure.
I'd probably watch just because there's a lot of the same stuff going on, so something different will catch attention. Success.
You're very lucky.
Yeah, you both see he pulls out this it's an airport bottle. It's an airplane bottle of Jameson, you know, and because that's all that will fit in this tiny little thing, and pulls it out, and then there's this like clank as he closes it, and this buzzing noise as the little door rotates. It's kind of like a revolving bookshelf, you know, and for a second you can see through it, and there's a shape behind it, somebody moving around, and the bottle of Jameson is replaced by this white gloved hand that just sort of puts it there. That emerges.
It's like seeing the milk, like the milk at the grocery store, like realizing there's people just stocking it behind.
It is like that, except, you know, also kind of like clown ass shit. So
Hey, Maltese.
Yo, what's up?
How you doing?
Really? You think that's the fucking time for this?
Well,
I gotta-
you haven't been awake for a little while, so wanted to
Oh
check
yeah,
in on you.
holier than now. I'm sorry, you still got some red on you.
How I am being holier than thou? I'm asking how you're fucking doing.
Save it for the you've been stuck in a loop. We all have, okay? I know you
Why
used
are
to be
you
able to.
giving me fucking flack?
I can
understand
stop
from
talking to
him.
the same guy about this shit, and I don't need someone else telling me how much they know more than me. Okay? I've had it for the past who
I
knows how long. So
don't
I'm
know
doing
more than
fine.
you.
How are you doing?
A little better
I
now.
don't
I was
understand
trying
the
to be
question.
nice. I was trying to be nice. Maybe that was the thing because I haven't spoken to you for who knows how many days, if it even has been days.
Well, you
And
want
we're
me to
about to go
propose
into the
to-
basement, so
Good.
checking in on you.
I'm doing great. Been apparently talking to fucking staff for who knows how long about going to the fucking basement. So, you know,
Okay, you strapped?
Seems like you show some good intel.
I do not.
You're not strapped.
I am. Of course, I have a fucking gun, and I swing the baseball bag around. I'm fucking ready to go.
Okay, good. Mayday, you?
Chances were having a really baggy blazer's a good thing. Still feels weird having it just strapped to my hip, but
Okay, and then you, I guess you're coming with us until we find Fowls. So pound that fucking liquor down and let's go.
Yeah.
He grabs another one out of the automat and cracks it.
you only have 2 coins a day.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck's a day. Anyway,
Actually, I want to try something with the automat real quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
When he removed that bottle and it's about to get refilled,
Do you want to hold hands with the
is there
gloved
any
hand
chance?
behind there?
No, I'm more likely to stab it than anything else if I'm gonna try anything. No, I
That
kind
is
of want a
manageable.
chance to see if you know, if this thing only gives us food and liquor kind of thing. If maybe I can get an invitation.
How do you go about attempting that?
This place is fucking weird as shit. I've
Yeah.
probably summoned a whole lot of stuff at this point without really thinking about it. So I'm gonna just kind of see if I can will it when the white hand puts a thing there instead of it being a food item or drink. It's the invitation.
Roll me a sanity check.
All right, let's see if I can be unsane. Be unsane. I'm super sane. Why is it I'm always
Alright.
sane when this happens?
You walk over and you take another piece of that BROADALBIN stationery, and you write invitation. You put it in one of the blank windows, and then take it out, and the thing turns around, and there's nothing there.
It was worth a shot.
Could I intercede here?
By all means.
I want to put an axe into the automat.
Okay.
I want to see if it's possible to break through the wall here because I assume it must be somewhat thin.
Sure. Let's see. Roll me a melee attack.
Sure. I'll hit you with the.
Well, don't hit me.
I'll hit you with the melee weapons.
No.
Yeah, 19.
I die.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now you don't even
I
have
hope
a
you get
handler.
better. I hope you get better. I hope you get better.
Good
Salad.
luck.
No. What have
And
you
you killed
done?
Colin for some reason.
Oh, gee, it's because of swing back. But no, I imagine as Million like, oh, it doesn't go back. Just she like brings her head back and it's just like.
Mm-hmm. You clang up and you smash into one of the windows.
Mm-hmm.
And like you damage it. It's like partially made out of metal. You would have to give a few more whacks, but as soon as you do that, several of the bellhops do come over, along with Elmer, and Elmer comes rushing up to you and sort of like half run, half walk type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Mr. Fornetti, we asked that you would stop damaging the hotel property."
Yeah, is that how can I go past here?
I stab Elmer. I was muted.
Oh, where do you stab him?
I'm gonna go for you know what? I'm pretty seasoned at this point. I'm going for a kill.
Okay, just right through the heart. Roll me a melee weapons attack. Just going nuts here, huh?
Yeah, let's just do this. Yeah, 15. Finally, I did it. Finally
No,
hit something
just
with a knife.
Right through the chest. Roll me damage.
Okay. My
Time
damage
for
is
Elmer.
D6.
I need to look up Elmer's stat block.
Play.
It's only
count.
one.
Okay,
Yep.
he is wearing a Kevlar. No, just kidding. You stab him just right in the chest, and he goes, "Oh."
By the way, your wife is totally poisoning you. You get that, right?
It's absurd. I love her like I love my own mother.
Yeah, well, your mother probably tried to poison you too.
Please stop stabbing the fucking freak, okay? You know it. He fucking likes it.
Do you like it? Are you like that
He
one?
gives-
I point at Dexter.
A little smile,
Ugh.
and he says, "Oh, I do not like it, but it's memorable. I'll remember it."
Sure you will. I'll let go. I'll pull the knife out.
Interest anybody in some hors d'oeuvres? And I think witnessing this happening, the last thing that you hear is this, from across the room. And for the first time in what feels like 20 minutes, you see Agent Margin sitting at a nearby table, who's been observing this whole thing as it happens. And that's how I reintroduce Liv when she's back with us next week. And that's where we'll end this week's episode of Improbable Larnscops. Happy music time.
Oh.
Happy music.
Oh boy.
Improbable
I think-
Larnscops.
I think what I'm trying to get across here is this place is crazy. And
No.
a little bit weird. So I hope that came across. But also I like the way this is going. I like the what is the word I'm looking for here? The tenuous partnership with Asa Darabandi that we have going on here, and also the looping patterns and all that. So next time, hopefully Liv will be back with us as Margin to help the group find their way into the basements. I mean, in order to get to this place, you have to go to the basements, and you got to go through the staff door, and it says staff only.
What are you gonna do?
How do you solve that problem? Roll me an int times 5. You don't know. Cass, you are fantastic. Let's go around and we'll do reverse that we did from the top. That means Lonnie, look out, you're first. We'll go and tell us who you are, what else you've got going on, where you'll be in the coming weeks. For example, Lonnie, on the 25th, cough, cough, you're one of my goblin children. And just anything else you want to plug or anything along those lines. And Lonnie, this week I get, let me look up my notes. Let me look up my notes for how much, this is how much I love you guys. Today you delivered a line that was about the most perfectly timed line I've heard in a long time, which was when Elmer Lozette gets stabbed through the hand and he says, I've experienced worse. And you said, did you get jellyfished? No, it was Emmeline Fitzroy. She says, I've experienced worse handshakes. And you said, did you get jellyfished? Which broke me. And so, because also, yeah, but thank you, Lonnie. What else do you have going on? What's going on with you?
Well, first of all, I do just need to point out the fact that Turk just took off a Delta Green jacket to show off Yellow King pride instead. In case anyone missed that. So it just switched teams so fast. But I am Lonnie or Looney Shaws, and I absolutely love playing with this group so much. I sadly will not be here next week, so Liv will be able to hopefully help bring everyone to victory while I'm still trying to figure out why my gosh darn phone won't call my brother.
What a realistic loop, right? Because that feels like all my life is. It's like, why isn't this thing that's not working? It's supposed to be working.
And I'm just going to be in the same circle of like, hey, I talked to the manager. He kind of laughed at me because he's like, you ask this every day. Did it ever get fixed in between? I don't even know.
Who knows? Maybe.
Maybe it did, and I just didn't call in that like 5-minute gap where it was working before it broke again. Who knows? But other than that, I am here every Thursday, other than next week, because I will be on a plane back from Colorado. But then, yes, the 25th, I am going to be one of Doc and Nikki Coyote Witch's children in a game that I have been waiting to play for so long. I literally ordered it online from a very small game store, and then they emailed me to say, oh, sorry, we accidentally miscounted our stock and we don't have it. So then that put me on a hyperfixation. I need to find this. And this is the first time I've been able to play it. So I could not be more excited for the people running it or the game that I'm in. So that's...
I'm so excited too. Session 0 on Monday. That'll be fun.
When I'm
flying
to Colorado.
To Colorado. We'll keep you updated. Don't worry. You'll be the best goblin kid ever.
Don't tell the other goblin kids.
My favorite. That's what Snock is going to say to every single one of them at some point. Let's go over to Jana. Jana, this was an awakening. This was like a new level of million that we haven't seen yet. And of course you did deliver the line, what are you, 1920, 1950s, which was very good.
Thank you.
Also a good one, but also just like, I hope you don't mind that I time-lapsed the first murder of Asa Darabandi to illustrate that you do it countless
I
times.
actually, when I noticed that you're making the montage for everybody, I was actually really pleased with that. So no, I was perfectly fine with that. So that's actually what I was like, yeah. I actually wanted to be in media. I actually wanted to be in media res when it came to that. When it came to the killing, I was like, ooh, no, we're just skipping over. I'm like, I'm fine with this.
I like that too. And it's funny because it's kind of like it opens up all sorts of questions about like when you do something over and over, when does it hit the point where it loses the meaning? How much do you have to care about it? And it's like that's kind of within this whole thing too. And
that's the thing. Like You know, she still wants to kill him, but
Yeah, of course.
Later.
Who wouldn't? The dude's a child murderer.
I can do it later. It's fine.
We can do it later.
But-
We've got Murder
yeah.
Asa Darabondi at home.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm Cyberella Draws, and you can find me on my Twitter and my Blue Sky at Cyberella Draws, and then on Tumblr, Sootchild, where you can find all the art things I do. Some of which might be this. I haven't really drawn much. I was kind of preoccupied with role playing, so
Alright.
it happens. But otherwise, I'm here on Thursdays for Delta Green. And then on Tuesdays, on my own channel on Twitch, which is also Cyberella Draws, at 6:30 Eastern Time, my friend and I, Exorcism Slip, has been doing Salty Waifus, where we chat and draw. So you can come join us. And that's me.
Sweet. I love it. Thank you. And everyone should go and look at Jana's amazing art and support them and burn AI to the ground. Let us keep moving on down the line. You know, what's this over here? Is that Dexter McDonald I see over there?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let's put Dexter away for a moment there. Okay. All right. Hey.
Hey, Colin, fix your hair.
Yeah. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
It was so great to have Mythic back. And I was saying this to the group on break while you weren't here, just to be an asshole, but like, the mentality that you jumped into with Mythic is perfect. Like, it is exactly how I imagined his reaction to living in the Broad Albin to be like, and everything you were saying, I'm like, yep, exactly, right on. But it doesn't compare to the appearance of Liminal Jeff in the elevator. Oh, it was so good.
The only guy who knows that he's in a game.
I really hope that Mythic sticks around for a little bit. I'd like to see Nicholas back too.
Yeah.
But also, I didn't expect him to be kidnapped like Weekend at Bernie's by Mark Rourke, but who knows where that's going to go.
Convenient plot device.
Mm-hmm.
No, so I thought about it at the end there, and I'm like, what can I do to break him out of his repeating routine? And I realized that when you're Nicholas, like, so when they arrived, his whole thing was like, hey, you're stuck here now. Everything you do, nothing you do matters. You're gonna forget a bunch of stuff. And so I think his tact was like, look, the sooner you just accept that, the happier you're gonna be. Because if you try to fight against it, you're gonna fail, because everybody fails. And like, he failed, everyone fails to try to break out of this. So just stick with it. And just like go with it. But then I love that what you did at the end there, that was like with that conversation with Asa Darabondi, where he realized that it's like, oh, this is new information I didn't have before. And that's distressing, because now it's making me want to try to break out of this, and I know that I can't. And that just, I thought that was really, really cool. That whole, everything that happened at the end there, of like, that's why Mythic, like, grabbed a whiskey and smoked a cigarette, because he's just like, oh, fuck, damn it. Like, these people are making me think again, and I hate it.
Yep.
I absolutely hate it.
He's been in some sort of like twisted reverie, and he's waking up from it, right? Some sort of profane reverie, and now he's coming back, and like, I love that. And it also interestingly opens up another question of who's going to Carcosa.
Yeah,
that's totally up to you, and I'm just excited to see how it plays out. But also in the middle of that, I did break down seeing the artwork that Jana just put.
Yeah, that's
in the Delta Grade channel, which the one on the bottom kills me.
I have silly glasses.
It's so good.
Oh, Nicholas.
Anyway, fantastic. Thank you, Colin. Do you have anything you want to plug, buddy? Lawyer? You want to plug Lawyer?
I won a case today. So
Hey.
I got
Congrats.
I got a warrant of eviction vacated.
When you win cases, do you do a little dance?
No.
Internally?
No, I use that as an excuse to go buy myself something when I win a case. So I went to the record store today.
Ooh.
Afterward, bought myself a nice metal album. So
Nice.
That's all.
Well done.
Treat myself.
Love it.
Yep, but that's all.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you for bringing
you.
Mythic back too. It's been a delight.
I love him so much. I miss being him
I do
so
too.
much.
Speaking of people I love so much, Turk.
Oh, weird.
I feel bad for Tommy as probably the most sane one at this point.
Yeah.
Dude's trying to keep it together and like knows that things are weird and different, but is just like, whoa, he's feeling it the most, it feels like. And I don't even know what else to do about that, you know, but you also, thank you for the gift of putting Mystical Nicholas on the couch with Mark Rourke.
I thought I could just quickly have a conversation, but unfortunately, my baby is gone.
Gosh, if we never see Mystical Nicholas again until the very end post-credit scene of season 4, where Mark Rourke has him like in a little life-size diorama or something like that, and they're having tea, that would be great.
This is the second relationship that Mike Rourke has fucked up for me, and I will never.
Mark
forget
Rourke is the relationship ruiner. Also, Chuck, did you catch the Alignment Void appearance there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I was sorry. I was.
Season 1, you found a picture of him holding a bottle.
Call back.
Yeah. There's
For
been a
sure.
lot of like, wait, where's that person? I've been looking through.
Yeah.
I look at my notes and
Fitzroy.
stuff. Like I've been going through all the gifts and everything we've sent. I've been like, wait a second.
It's really fun. Turk, what's going on, buddy?
You know, I have this weird thing in my knee. I don't know. Hey everybody, I am Turk or Turk Accented, as mentioned, if you want to get saucy.
Sunday.
And Sunday saucy. If you want to see more of me and the stories that I'm a part of, then you can of course catch me bounce between here and on Neolites Roleplay, where I am a player and GM. This coming week will be pretty busy for me, where I will have Oathsworn to the Dragonlords this coming Monday. If you haven't caught our last episode, like maybe, I don't know, Lonnie hasn't yet, you can, of course, catch that on YouTube or on Twitch. The VODs should still be up. I'll have to double check, but it gets uploaded to YouTube, so catch up with us there.
It's still up, I promise.
Perfect. Then on Wednesday, I'll be over on Neolites for By a Shadowed Peace, which is a Wrath and Glory 40k game, where I've just fought a Chaos Space Marine. I didn't die, so we'll be dealing with the repercussions of that. And then I'll be right back here on your screens for more Delta Green.
On my screen?
Yeah, on your screen,
Wow.
on everyone's screens. It'll be
Oh,
great.
everybody.
Everyone.
Well, your
Not
screen,
just me.
like in a special way. You'll get the primo behind the scenes info, but what
You're
I'm
just
gonna
kind
do
of
before a few seconds.
promiscuously on everybody's screen, huh, Turk?
Well, everyone wants to watch. So, anyway, beyond that, I have a bunch of other really cool campaigns here, including all of Gods of Appalachia and Nova. So keep it locked here. Make sure you support the people you see on your screen here. They're all incredible storytellers that I'm very lucky to be able to share space with. So keep being the best versions of yourself you can be. Otherwise, I will find you. Docked away.
I want you to find me, and you did.
I
You
did.
didn't say this, but Lonnie and Turk came through town and I got to hang out with them the other day. It was great. Fantastic. I am Doc. I have been your handler, and I continue to be your handler. And it becomes easier and easier when the characters all buy in on the fuckery of the Night World and figure out the code, which is crazy shit happens, people react. The end. So I'm so pleased to be here. I'm here every Thursday night going forward. I think we have maybe 4 episodes left this season. And that's just an estimate. And then after that, in between seasons, I'm on Lost Caravan, I'll be running a 2-shot of Eat the Reich, in which it is 1943 and you are a crack unit of vampire commandos sent in to drink all of Hitler's blood. And so that is going to be coming up end of June, it looks like. The casting's going to open up pretty soon on the Discord. So if you're not a part of the Lost Caravan Discord and you're interested, you should jump in and join us there. On Tuesdays, over on my friend Jay Britton's channel, that's JayBritton, we play Call of Cthulhu. And I don't know if it's a running theme of horror games I'm in, but it is a horror game that ends up mostly being dirty jokes and all of the cast losing our shit. So come by. That is at 3 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays over on Jay's channel. And all the other episodes of that, the first 5 are up on his YouTube. You should check that out too. We are going to do a raid. We're going to do Waffles Maple Syrup to say hi, and thank them and tell them to have fun. And everybody else, we will see you here next week. We love you. Mwah.
We
Bye.
love you.